Disclaimer: this story is based on real accounts and witness testimonies. Names and minor details have been changed for privacy. Viewer discretion is advised. Have you ever stayed in a hotel room that felt too quiet, not peaceful, not calm, but silent, as if the room itself was listening to you? Tonight's story is about room 207, a room that officially exists, but was never meant to be occupied, because everyone who stayed there left changed. Some left screaming, some left silent, and one never left at all. This happened in 2019, in a small, aging guest house on the outskirts of Cleveland, Ohio. The building was old, cracked walls, flickering lights, dim hallways that seemed to stretch forever. A freelance photographer named Daniel Harris checked in late at night, around 11:43 p.m. At the reception desk, the clerk hesitated. His hand hovered over the key. Then he looked up at Daniel and said, "Sir, if possible, you might want to request another room." Daniel smiled. Every cheap hotel has a haunted room story. But there was only one room left. Room 207. The clerk slid the key across the counter, slowly, like he was handing over something cursed. Daniel took it. He didn't know, he'd just made the biggest mistake of his life. Room 207 looked normal. Single bed. Old wooden desk. A mirror facing the bathroom. But the moment Daniel stepped inside, the air felt unnaturally cold, even though the heater was off. And the silence. It wasn't empty. It felt aware. He locked the door. Threw his bag on the bed. Checked his phone. No signal. He tried the TV. Nothing but white noise. Then he noticed something. The mirror. It was foggy. Even though the room was cold. At exactly 2:47 a.m., Daniel woke up. Not because of a nightmare. Not because of a sound. But because he felt watched. Then he heard it. Bare footsteps. Tap. 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 Inside the room. They stopped, near the bathroom mirror. Daniel held his breath. The footsteps stopped. But something else started. The mirror began to vibrate. Slowly at first. Then faster. Daniel whispered, "Who's there?" The vibration stopped. Instant silence. Then. A cold breath touched his ear. A child's voice whispered, "Why did you come here?" The temperature dropped instantly. Cold enough to see his breath. Daniel jumped out of bed. Turned on every light. Nothing. The room was empty. But as he turned back toward the bed, he saw it. In the bathroom mirror. A small handprint. From the inside. It slowly dragged down. Leaving fog trails. Then it disappeared. Daniel couldn't move. Couldn't scream. The bathroom door creaked open on its own. Inside, the shower turned on. By itself. Steam filled the bathroom. And in that steam, he saw her. A small silhouette. A little girl. Standing in the shower. Facing the wall. Daniel whispered, "Are you okay?" The girl's head snapped toward him. Her eyes were black. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Just silence. Daniel ran. Grabbed his bag. Tried the door. It wouldn't open. He stayed frozen against the wall until sunrise. Listening to faint crying inside the walls. And soft knocking. From inside the mirror. At checkout, Daniel demanded answers. The manager avoided eye contact. But the cleaning staff finally spoke. In 2017, a family stayed in room 207. That night, there was a gas leak. Everyone died. Father. Mother. Son. But the daughter. Her body was never found. After that night, guests reported whispers. Cold air. crying at 2:47 a.m. Some saw wet footprints leading from the bathroom to the bed. Others woke up with handprints on the mirror. Room 207 was never officially closed. Just avoided. The staff knew. But the guest house stayed open. Because closing one room would raise questions. And questions lead to truth. The kind of truth that shuts a business down. As Daniel drove away, he looked back at the guest house. Room 207's window was open. Even though it had been locked. And for a brief second, a small shadow stood behind the glass. Watching, Daniel blinked. The shadow was gone, but on the window, drawn in the fog, was a single word: stay. So if you ever check into a hotel, and the staff hesitates before giving you a room key, ask why. Because some rooms are never empty, they're just waiting. And room 207, it's still there, still available, still waiting for the next guest.